Now we are entering into our power electronics first device, that is SCR. I think so many of you are waiting for when this SCR will come, Is it correct or not? Yes, tell me. So many of you are waiting for a long time. When this SCR, sir is talking about like MOSFET, IGBT, diode, when this thyristor will come? Yes, it will come now. Because without completing these basics, yes, first it has to clear the basics, then only you have to enter into SCR. Yes, come on. SCR is, right on first point. SCR is which device? SCR is, first tell me, one by one points. SCR is fully controlled, semi-controlled, half controlled. Only one answer. SCR fully controlled, semi-controlled, half controlled. Yes, SCR is semi-controlled. SCR is semi-controlled. When SCR is semi-controlled, then is it unipolar or bipolar? Unipolar or bipolar? Unipolar or bipolar? Yes, very good. Bipolar. Unidirectional or bidirection? Unidirection or bidirection? SCR. Very good. Unidirection. Unidirection. Fourth. Is it minority charge carrier device or majority charge carrier device? Respond quick. Minority charge carrier device. Tell me, is it, in entire power electronics, the beauty of SCR is only one special category. Can anyone tell me? Okay, take down. Latching device. In entire power electronics, this is the only device which will have this behavior, latching device. We'll tell you what is this latching. Very special characteristics we will have. See, I will prove why it is semi-controlled, why it is bipolar, why it is unidirectional. Already we have seen minority charge carriers means why it is called minority charge carriers, due to conductivity modulation. Same behavior of power diode only. One extra layer will be there. And we will prove this as well as why it is this latching device. Are you ready for that? Shall I go ahead? Shall we prove all these 4 cases? Already we have seen now. It is a minority charge carrier device because due to conductivity modulation. Shall I erase this? If you note down, shall I erase this? I will try to draw the equivalent circuit. So based on that, we can proceed ahead. Shall I erase? Yes, thank you. Okay, now take down. Before that, I would like to ask you one question. You tell me, SCR is how many terminal device, how many layer device, how many junction device, how many layers, how many junctions, how many terminals? Tell me. How many layers, how many junctions, how many terminals? In the same order you have to tell me. How many layers? How many layers? It is 3 terminal, 4 layer, 3 junction. 3 terminal, 4 layer, 3 junction. Very good, very good. Okay, first draw the circuit. Guys, I have a small doubt. Why I have drawn like this in different areas? Why I am not drawing equal areas of all these 3? Why I separately taken as this larger area? Why I have taken remaining 3 are some like equal area? Why I have taken this as some large area? Tell me the reason behind. More doping? Where more doping? PN. Tell me, where is more doping? Come on. You should not commit a mistake at this instant because already we have completed power diode. No. Big area is nothing but lightly doped material. Have you just go through your power diode where? Power diode between P layer and N layer, a large gap we have drawn. That gap indicates what? Lightly doped material or not? Yes. So out of all these four, let us give some P1, N1 and P2, N2. Out of these all four layers, can I say N1 is a lightly doped material? Can I say that? Can I say P1, N1, P2, N2 is there? In that N1 is, can I say that lightly doped material? And P1, P2, N2 are heavily doped materials. Okay? Is this clear? Tell me what is the only difference between your power diode and this diode? Power diode and this particular diode. What is the only difference between your power diode and this SCR? Power diode and this SCR. In power diode, you have three layers. What is that layer? P, N. In power diode, first P layer is there, last N layer is there. This, see, look at that. P1, N1, N2. Is it looks like your power diode? Look at that board. Is it P1, N1, N2? Is it your power diode? Yes or not? You have to respond. Extra what I have added? One P2 layer I have added. This entire combination is called SCR or silicon controlled rectifier. Silicon controlled rectifier. Have you noted on the circuit? Yes. Now listen. The study of SCR, it means to understand the behavior of SCR, it involves three characteristics. The study of SCR involves three characteristics. In that first one, static VI characteristics. Next one, dynamic characteristics. Dynamic characteristics means in this turn on transition, turn off transition. We have to see both the cases. Last but not least, gate characteristics. The study of SCR involves these three following characteristics. If you properly analyze these three characteristics, you can answer any question from SCR. Any question, if they ask in zigzag manner or exact manner or any manner, you can able to answer very crystal clear. I'll make sure that. Okay. Have you noted on this? Let us see in detail one by one. Shall I go ahead? Yes. Let us see one by one the static VI characteristics. First one, static characteristics. I am dealing with static characteristics. I and this is V. IV characteristics. Okay? IV characteristics. See, I will draw the characteristics stage by stage. Stage by stage. At the end, I will complete these characteristics. Okay? Are you getting the points? Yes. Now, whenever, if I apply a forward biased voltage, now again, same procedure what we have done for power diode. Concentrate what I am explaining. Still you got doubt? No problem. Ask at the end. Is that clear, everyone? Concentrate. So, tell me, during forward biased condition, tell me what happens to these holes? Tell me, during forward biased condition, what will happen? To these holes? Can I say these holes will enter into this particular N layer? Can I say that? These holes will, forget about, later we will see which one is forward bias, which one is reverse bias, later we will see. First tell me, whenever if I do forward bias, can I say these holes will try to enter into this n layer, n1 layer, n1 layer. If any holes are entering means, can I say conduction state is going to establish or not? Conduction state is going to establish or not? Yes, sir. Conduction state is going to be established. But will it happen immediately? Again, I am asking, will it happen immediately? Conduction state, will it happen immediately? No, it will take sufficient time. So, even though if I apply a forward bias, whether your SCR is a turn on or not, we will see. Tell me, whenever if I forward biased, tell me, positive terminal is connected to P1, negative terminal is connected to N2. Tell me what is the behavior of P1 and N2. Tell me. Positive terminal is connected to P1. Negative terminal is connected to N2. What is P1 and P1 and N2 situation? Both are forward biased condition or reverse biased condition? Both are forward biased condition or reverse biased condition? Forward biased condition means, can I say the junction J1 is forward biased? The junction J3 is also forward biased. Junction J1 is forward biased. Junction J3 is also forward biased. Can I say that? If any junction is forward biased means this junction is going to erase or not? This junction is going to erase. This junction is also going to erase. Now you tell me one thing. This high voltage appears across this N1 as well as this P2. Is it correct or not? This high voltage appears between this N1 and this P2. Is it correct? This N1 and P2 will belongs to J2. Tell me, is it lightly doped or heavily doped? Is it lightly doped or heavily doped? So lightly doped can withstand high voltage or less voltage? Lightly doped material can withstand high voltage or low voltage? Yes, high voltage. Now can I say this entire voltage will appear across this J2 junction? Yes or not? So this J2, can I say, is blocking that entire positive voltage or not? This J2 is blocking that entire positive voltage here? Yes. But even though it is blocking that such a high voltage, still your device is carrying some leakage currents? Still your device is carrying some leakage currents or not? Still your device is carrying some leakage currents? Yes, sir. That leakage current I will represent like this magnitude, very small magnitude. Now what I am doing is, I am putting like a variable voltage source. I am putting a variable voltage source. Now first I kept at suppose 5 volts. Suppose I put 5 volts. No, junction is not broken. So tell me, voltage I have increased it to 5 volts. No change in the conduction state. Now from 5 to 10 volts. No change. It means still same current. Now I have changed it to 15 volts. But still no change. Now if I increase the voltage beyond 15 volts, let us say some 16 to some 18 volts, if I changed, immediately my device is going to conduct. Yes or not? Because you are increasing the stress on J2 or not? Tell me, yes or not? You are increasing the stress on J2 or not? But tell me, J2 can withstand any amount of stress or finite amount of stress? It means it's rated stress or beyond that rated stress? Tell me, it's rated stress or beyond its rated stress? Yes, sir. It's rated stress only. It means its rated stress is, its rated voltage is about 15 volts. But how much voltage I am operating? More than 15 to 18 means, can I say this junction J2 is going to erase? Junction J2 is going to erase? Yes or not? Remember, still my gate is opened. I will discuss you later about this. So if junction J2 is opened, previously already J1 open, J3 open. Now this J2 is also open. Now can I say the entire current will flow from anode to cathode? Now can I say this P and P2N, P1, N1, P2, N2, all are comes to conduction state. Once if the device is in comes to conduction state, can I say it will get closed? It will act as a closed switch or not? Tell me, it will act as a closed switch or not? Once if it is a closed switch, how much voltage drop it will offer? Once if it is a closed switch means how much voltage drop will it offer? How much voltage? Means you are applying suppose 16 volts. Will it drop 16 volts over there or very less? Yes? No. For ideal it is going to be 0. For practical it is very less. Very less means, for example, if I consider 0.5 volts as a drop means remaining 15.5 volts is appears at where? If 0.5 volts drop is at this particular switch means remaining 15.5 volts where it will be available? Here we are applying 16 volts. In that 0.5 is taken by this switch. Remaining voltage who will take? Of course load only, right or not? Therefore, during on state, the drop across this particular switch is very less, so that maximum voltage that you can apply this particular load. Therefore, at this particular instant, your thyristor is turned on or SCR is turned on. Therefore, the current will immediately raise it to its maximum value. Therefore, at this particular instant, junction J2 break down and reaches to minimum drop. Now, is it reaches to minimum drop? Till now, it is withstanding up to 15 volts. Up to 15 volts. Just beyond 15, I have applied just 16. Immediately the device starts conducting, and therefore it is the voltage across the switch is now reduced to, till now you have 15 volts across the switch. If you apply beyond 15, now the voltage across the switch is how much? 0.5. Therefore 0.5. I will draw little bit sharp. Ideally speaking, this curve should touch this current axis or not? Ideally speaking, this curve should touch current axis or not? Tell me. Ideally speaking, this current is touch this current axis or not? This curve. But why it is not touching? Tell me, why it is not touching? Tell me why it is not touching? Yes, due to voltage drop. So, can I say from here to here, the length is called forward voltage drop. Can I say that? Forward voltage drop. Can I say that? That length is called forward voltage drop or not? Yes, forward voltage drop or not? Come on, respond. Forward voltage drop or not? Yes. Now, listen here. So I am keep on increasing the voltage at one particular instant. My junction J2 comes to forward biased. So can I say this is nothing but, can I say forward breakover voltage or not? Can I say that is nothing but your forward breakover voltage? Why it is called a forward breakover voltage? Because it is under forward condition. The junction J2 is breaking. Due to that junction breaking, immediately entire device comes to conduction. Can I say that it is nothing but forward breakover voltage? Can I say that? Respond quick. See, I told you already, I will do stage by stage this construction of this particular characteristics. You have to understand it step by step. Okay. Now, this current is Right now I'm giving name as IL and right now I'm giving as IH. Give me some time. I will tell you what is this IL and IH. Okay? Wait for some time. Okay. Now you tell me one thing. During reversed bias condition. Now can I say these are your characteristics? This is what? Reverse breakover voltage. Okay? Right or not? Are you getting my point? Yes, reverse breakover voltage. The small distance between these two is what? Reverse. Can I say it is reverse leakage current or not? Reverse leakage. Till this point, everybody, is it clear or not? Is this clear, everyone? Is this clear? This characteristics till now only, not completed the characteristics. Now, listen properly. During forward bias condition, J1 and J3 are forward biased, J2 is reversed biased. Is it correct? During forward biased condition, J1, J3 are forward biased and J2 is reversed biased. Right? Now, let us give some nomenclature to this. A, B and C. And you can call it as some D. No problem. Tell me, can I say that point from A to B? The point from A to B. You tell me what is the point from A to B is called which state? The point from A to B is called which state? Can anyone tell me? The point from A to B is called which state? Anyone? No, it is not on state. Yes, Shubham. Perfect, Shubham. Anyone? Very good, Soumyadeep. That point from A to B, the point AB is called forward blocking. Why you tell me why it is called forward blocking? Why it is forward blocking? You observe the characteristics from A to B. Exactly from B only the device comes to conduction. But before that, still is it blocking such a high voltage at this point or not? Still this point or not? Yes, is it clear to everyone? So forward blocking state. Tell me, what is your C to D? What is the conduction for C to D? C to D is only C to D I am asking. Later I will talk about BC. C to D is called which condition? Very good. You can call it as a forward conduction or you can call it as a conduction state. And the distance from B to C is called yes sir, negative resistance region. You see here, negative resistance. The slope is a decreasing slope or not? You tell me. Is this slope is a decreasing slope? Yes or not? You tell me. Is this slope is a decreasing slope? Slope is positive or negative? Slope is positive or negative? Yes, slope is negative means, if slope is negative means, what is the characteristic between current and voltage? Is nothing but resistance only. So that particular region is called a negative resistance region. Basically, in interviews we will face very rigorously this point, because we will study about A to B, C to D, but you don't know what is happening between this region. That region is called a negative resistance region. Where you will get a negative resistance means, I think you might have studied in analog electronics. Where you will get negative resistance? For which type of devices you will get negative resistance? Yes, sir. Negative resistance. In analog electronics you might have studied, I think so. Tell me, where you will get? For which type of devices you will get negative resistance? Just I am asking whether you know or not. Later we will see. Anyone knows or not? Tell me. You have to respond quick. We don't have enough time. Yes or not? No? Okay. Let's wait and see. Which device will have this type of negative resistance characteristics. Okay. Shall I arrange this circuit? Tell me during reversed bias region, which junctions are forward biased, which junctions are reversed biased? Which junctions are forward biased, which junctions are reversed biased? During reversed bias condition. Exactly ulta for this? Yes or not? J1, J3 are reversed bias, J2 is forward biased. Yes or not? Come on. Yes. Now, I just want to analyze this SCR characteristics in little bit efficiently. So please concentrate. Still I have not defined this IL. Still I have not yet defined this IH. Okay. Now, draw this circuit. One second. This is your PNPN transistor, na? PNP. PNPN. Am I correct? Is this correct or not? Just I am showing your SCR only. Nothing is new. Anode, cathode, and gate. Nothing is there. Yes or not? If you clearly observe, just observe clearly. Is it looks like a PNP? PNP. One transistor. Can I say that? Is it nothing but PNPN transistor or not? Tell me yes or no. Yes, sir. So PNP transistor. How we will draw a PNP transistor? This is emitter. This is base. This is collector. Is it correct? This is emitter, this is base, this is collector. Is it correct or not? Only yes or no. Only drop that message. For PNP transistor. Yes. So can I say this is nothing but my emitter? This is nothing but my base. This is nothing but my collector. Can I say that? Can I say that? Okay. Now, I have one more transistor also. Can anyone tell me what is a one more transistor here? What is a one more transistor here? NPN. That is also one more transistor? Yes, sir. So NPN, how to write NPN? This is my collector. This is my base. This is my emitter. Yes or not? Till these two transistors, is it clear to everyone? Just to tell me. Till this transistor, is it clear to everyone? Till this transistor, is it clear to everyone? How we have written? Clear na? Everybody? Yes. Now, if you look at this, I am just to distinguish PNP and NPN, I am giving this some E1, B1, C1, and this is my E2, and this is my B2, and this is my C2. Just closely observe this one. So this is my E1. Tell me, here B1, it means base of PNP transistor. Sorry, this is collector. This is C2. This is E2. Sorry, small correction. Tell me, base of PNP transistor and collector of NPN transistor, both are connected together or not? Base of PNP transistor and collector of NPN transistor, both are connected together. Yes or not? Yes. So now what I am doing is base of NPN transistor. See, base of PNP transistor. This is my what? B2 is connected to. Sorry, this is B1. Connected to collector of NPN transistor. Now, similarly, collector of PNP transistor is connected to base of NPN transistor. Can I say collector of PNP transistor and the base of NPN transistor, both are connected together? Yes or not? Tell me. Very good. Darlington pair. I think you got this. Yes, but only the difference is extra one gate terminal you have. Extra one gate terminal you have. So this is my B1, C1, and this is C2, B2, E2. Is this point is clear, everyone? How I have derived from here to here. If you know that, I will go further very easily. If you understand this, I will go further very easily. So let me tell you one thing. First of all, have you taken this graph? Okay. See here. Just this outside terminal is my anode, and this is my cathode, and this is my gate. Is it looks like a SCR in a black box where terminals are taking outside? Is it looks like that? Your SCR which is kept in a black box, which is outside have 3 terminals. One is cathode and gate and anode. Is it clear, everyone? Yes. See, still now characteristics are not yet over. I told you still some terminologies are we are missing there. Latching current and holding current. We will see in detail after that. Why you named it as a latching current? Don't read as a definition. We have to identify why it is called as a latching current, why it is called a holding current. Okay. So as I promised you already, I will prove that whether it is semi-controlled or fully controlled, and unidirectional or bidirectional or unipolar or bipolar, as I told you, latching device or not. I will prove all these 4 cases. Let's wait and see.